guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's Saturday, June the 22nd, and I'm back in my little kitchen today. And we're going to make sausage and ham, peppers, onions, and just about everything that was in my refrigerator. We're going to make us a big old pot of whatever. Maybe we will vote and give it a name, but it's basically sausage and peppers and onions, but I'm just going to add a little bit to it to stretch it out. And I'm going to invite Madeline over to eat dinner with me tonight. She's off work, and I would love to have her here to join me. She's so much fun to be around. So let's get busy. I went ahead and spent about an hour prepping everything so that you don't have to sit there and wait for me to cut up onions and peppers and sausage. So let's get busy. I was worried about not having a pot big enough to cook it in, because y'all have seen me cook in my style pot, the cast iron pot that's coated with porcelain, but or enamel, I guess it is. And I knew that all of this would not fit in there. I have a lot of tricolored and the yellow and orange and green and red peppers and a lot of onions, and I knew it wouldn't fit in there. And then I happened to remember that my friend Brenda had sent me this two. One is a little bit smaller, which I'll probably cook the rice in, but she sent me this big copper pot. So I'm going to have plenty of room to cook my dinner. And if I can find it on Amazon, I think that she did order it from Amazon. I'll leave it in the link below. And you can just follow that link. And if you order it, I'll receive a small commission from Amazon, because I am an Amazon affiliate. I'm in the process of joining the Amazon influencer program. I have to do some research on it. I'm not really sure that that's for me, but if it is, I'll do some research and see what I can do to be an Amazon influencer. It seems like Amazon is taking over the market. I went into the mall the other day and walked from one end, from Macy's, all the way to the other end to Boscov's. I mean, there were probably 8 or 10 stores shut up, you know, or the border thing, the gate had been shut on it. And I don't think I ran into 20 people the whole time that I was in there. So it's sad in a way, but then it's good for us, especially us baby boomers who are getting older, and we're just not able to get out and do all that walking and shopping and searching for things, and we can just go online and order it from Amazon. So it does have its benefits. But let's get started. Now I did cook 2 slices of bacon this morning. So I have a little bit of bacon grease, and we're going to start with that. You can't be from South Mississippi and not put a little bacon grease in your food. I really should have fried more, I reckon, but I didn't. And then we're going to start with some olive oil, add that to it. Of course, you don't have to put that little bit of bacon grease in here. I just do it for old time's sake. So I'm not going to measure this olive oil. I'm just going to put it in here, and then if I need more later, I can always add more. Oops. I guess I need to figure out which knob is for the front and which one's for the back, because I had the wrong one on. That's okay. Now, I was telling y'all yesterday about that head of cabbage. Well, there's a little store here that caters to the Hispanic community, and so I just ran in there, and I had I had almost $3 left after I paid for the Arby's sandwich and the few things that I bought at Walmart. So I ran in there, and they had this the shredded cabbage. Several of y'all had told me just to buy this and not, you know, buy that big old head of cabbage that I had to would have to cut up and everything. So I went in there, and they had a sign right in front of the bag that said $1.99. And so I had just enough money for it. So I went to pay for it, and it rang up $2.99. And so I told the lady, no, it's on sale for $1.99. So she called the manager over there, and the manager said, no, it's $2.99 or two for $4. Well, I didn't need two. I only wanted one. So I just left the line and walked back to the produce department, and I ripped that sales tag off the counter and took it up there and showed her and the manager. They even had a picture of it on the little sales sign. So they gave it to me for $1.99. Oh, okay, I think this is hot enough. So I think what I'll do is I have my ham bone. Y'all remember the ham that the same girl that gave me the pot had sent the hams to me. So I have that, and then I have my Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. So I'm just going to brown this a little bit in the skillet, and then I'll throw that ham bone in a minute. I do like to have my sausage brown just a little bit. I just think it tastes better if it's got a little crunch and brown to it. But I need to take care of some business. And do y'all remember, it was back in the winter, I had told you about this man that had sent me an email claiming that his church wanted to pay for 6 months of my rent. Well, he gave, I had his first and last name. So I looked him up on the Truth Finder app. And I saw on there where he had a rap sheet, a fairly long rap sheet. And it had to do with check kiting and forgery and all types of things to do with money. So I just emailed him back and told him, no, thank you. I appreciate the offer, because I just figured he was going to try to scheme me some way, and I didn't want to get into that. And then whenever I had put the information out saying that Brenda wanted to buy the tin cans, the antique food tin cans, and then I told y'all that this David guy had contacted her saying that he had some that were belonged to his aunt. And he said that he took them to the post office and had them weighed and got the postage calculated, and it was going to cost, it was $47 or $48, something like that. So Brenda rushed to the store and bought a money order for $50 and sent it to him, and then she sent me an email saying, oh my God, you won't believe this, but one of your subscribers contacted me. He's got all these tins he's going to send me. And I said, oh, you didn't give him any money, did you? And she said, yeah, I sent him a money order for $50. And y'all remember that day that I was leaving the post office, and I threatened him. I said, you better not rip off my good friend. And I was real upset about it. But anyway, David, I want you to know that I'm very sorry about what I said, and for accusing you of for me thinking that you were trying to rip off my friend, because you did return the money order to Brenda. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I was wrong about you, and I regret it, and I want to ask you to please forgive me. I wouldn't want for somebody to judge me today on my past and my past rap sheet, because it's not pretty. And we all change. We all turn our lives over to Jesus Christ, and He forgives us of our sins, and then we try our best to do better. And I just want you to know that I understand that you have done that with your life. And David in Kentucky, please forgive me. I value you as a subscriber, and I hope that you'll come back. I'm just so sorry. Okay, well, let's see how the sausage is doing. Oh, it's browning up real good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw in my peppers and onions. Okay, so I have 3 green peppers, 1 orange, 1 red, and 1 yellow. And then I have 2 yellow onions. And I just left them in the onion rings. So I'm going to throw these in and let them brown also. You know, I used to eat this just, put it on my plate and eat it. But a couple of y'all have told me to serve it over rice. So that's what I'm going to do. I think it'd be really delicious over rice. So it's late in the afternoon, and normally I would get this started in the mornings, and then I would put it in the oven and let it cook on 250 all day. And what I love about that is you just get to smell it all day long. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to stir it and watch over it all day long. You just put it in a slow oven and let it cook slow. Okay, so I think I will go ahead and cover this because I need to hold the heat in here a little bit better. There we go. Oh, goodness. What can we talk about? Oh, I have a story. Do y'all remember, I guess it was in the 80s, maybe it was in the 90s. I'm pretty sure it was in the 80s because we were living in Louisiana. And we had bought a gas grill from the gas company. I think it was called Arco, something like that. And we did have natural gas coming into our home there in Covington. So what was so nice about it is that, all you had to do was go out there and turn the burner on, and the gas was already there. You didn't have to go and buy any propane or anything like that. So one time, they had all the different accessories that went to the grill. So John and I bought the rotisserie. Oh, we were so excited, y'all, to use that rotisserie. And so it was getting close to Thanksgiving, so we bought us a big old turkey, probably 14 or 16 pounds. So John went out there and put it on the spit and turned the rotisserie, the little machine thing on. Well, that turkey, y'all, the breast part of it, it would come up like this, and it would just go, and then when it got to the top, it would just go flop. Oh, Lord. And then there it would come again, just go, flop. So y'all don't ever put a 16-pound turkey on a spit. So then we had to take it off of the spit, and then I ended up having to put it in a roaster, and then we set it on the grill and let it cook like that. Y'all ever do some of the most asinine things and wonder where's your brain? But anyway, this guy started advertising for the gas company in Louisiana, and he was so funny, y'all. He would make these videos, and then he would just get right up. He had a big nose to begin with, I do believe, but he would just get right up to the camera and say, you know what I mean, Vern? But his name was Ernest G World. And so he would advertise for that gas company in Louisiana. Well, then he got to be real popular, and he started advertising for everybody. Savings and loans and dairies and everything. And I don't know if y'all remember, but he advertised for Channel 10 News. And I believe it was out of, might have been in Meridian, Mississippi. I'm not sure, but he was talking about saying how accurate Channel 10 News is now because Bill Evans has got him a computer. And y'all know who Bill Evans is. He's the Channel 7 meteorologist. In fact, I think he did leave this year after a 30-year career with ABC News of New York. And he was born and raised in Meridian, Mississippi, but some way or another he lost his Mississippi accent when he moved to New York. I don't reckon I'll ever lose mine, and it could be because I don't want to lose it. I love my Mississippi heritage and my Southern Baptist background. I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, we have a lot of love and respect for one another, and we don't gossip or talk bad or make up lies and slander about people. And we're very forgiving if someone does us wrong. You know, we try our best to forgive them if we can. Like I told y'all, I forgave the young man, the 18-year-old Marcus, who killed my son. And he was driving a car, you know, being a typical teenager. And when I was a teenager, I probably drove like a bat out of hell too. And I know he didn't hit that palm tree down there on Highway 192 and Kissimmee. I know he didn't hit it on purpose. I know it was an accident. And, you know, it just happens in life. I mean, you just never know. You could be here 1 second and go get in your car and go run down to 7-Eleven to get a gallon of milk, and somebody could run a stop sign and hit you, and that could be the end of your life. So you need to be prepared for eternity, and you need to make amends and make sure your life is right with the Lord and with those that you love. I know a lot of us probably, sometimes we're critical of our loved ones and don't understand their ways and their actions and why they do this or that or the other. And sometimes we say things to our loved ones without realizing how much we hurt them. I know my mama, I mean, y'all seen those pictures of me. I was skin and bones all of my life until I think after Jeremy died, when I got on the drugs. And now the prescription pain meds didn't cause the weight gain. It was all the psychotropic meds. Lord, I can't even remember the names of all of them. They were many. And they caused massive weight gain. But my mother, you know, she would see me and she'd say, "Why are you getting fat?" You know. And I was probably a size 2 or 4. But back in those days, in the 60s and 70s, you know, we didn't have fast food on every corner or lattes and Starbucks and all of that. So, you know, most of us were real skinny. So anyway, just be careful, you know, what you say to your mothers out there and grandmothers. Just be careful what kind of words you use to your daughters and your loved ones. It hurts and it sticks. I know a lot of times we, even though wonderful and beautiful things have been said to us, it just seems that what sticks in your head are the derogatory things that are said to you. And we need to focus more on the positive things that are said to us, and just let all that negativity go. It's not healthy, it's not good for you, and it's not going to get you anywhere in life. So let's see. Y'all, it's taking this big old skillet of onions and peppers to to brown. It's taking it longer than what I thought, but I reckon that's okay. We can still talk about it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and throw in my garlic. This is about 6 little cloves of garlic. Y'all have heard me brag about this colander set before. And I bought it at Home Goods probably 10 years ago. But I found the exact one on Amazon, and I have told y'all about it before. And I'll try to remember to link it below too. So let's go ahead and throw in the garlic. Now, since there are carrots in my bag of coleslaw, I chose to only cut up about 4 carrots. So we'll throw those in. And I'm just going to let this continue to brown a little bit more. Ooh, this is sure smelling good. I wish I could just wrap my arms around every one of y'all and just bring you right into my kitchen. And I don't have a dining room table, but I have a little glass coffee table. And or either we could just sit on the floor and eat Japanese style. But I would love to have all of y'all here with me eating my good old country cooking. There's that's one thing in life that we can always look forward to, and that's some good food. And in a way it makes me sad, because without my YouTube paycheck that came in today, I would be dumpster diving and probably returning my deodorant again, or counting my eggs to see how many eggs I have left. And I don't know if any of y'all downloaded that saved that video of mine that I made at around the end of January. It's the one that went viral, where I had opened my refrigerator door and I was counting my eggs to see if I had enough eggs left to last me till the 3rd of February, and checking on my milk and my bread. And I think I returned my deodorant and a couple other things so that I could buy my milk and bread. And anyway, I was setting up my playlist a couple of weeks ago, and I was trying to put that video at the very top of my Real Life on Social Security series. And y'all, I hit the little delete button. You know, your phone, the touch phones are so sensitive, you don't even have to really touch it. You could just kind of, you know, hover over it. And y'all, I deleted that video, and it had close to 160,000 views. So that was deducted from my views. And I mean, I did get paid for those views, but I would still love to have that video. So if any of y'all downloaded it, contact me, and I'll let you at least maybe we could you could send it to me by email and I could re-upload it. I would start over with the views though. YouTube's not going to reinstate those 160,000 views. But I just hope all of y'all that haven't been able to figure out some type of little extra income like I've done with my YouTube, I hope that I hope and pray that you can do some babysitting, or maybe do some type of online surveys or something, you know, just something to bring in a little bit of money towards the end of the month, so that you can buy the food that you need to get you through. Okay, this is looking good. Let me give y'all a peek at it. Okay, I'm just going to let it brown a little bit more. I reckon I should go ahead and add the spices to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to add a little of a little of my Tony Chasseries. Not much, because I know the sausage and the ham have a lot of salt in it. So I do not want my food to be too salty. But this is so good, y'all, and they do sell it at Walmart. Let's see, it has ingredients. Salt, red pepper, black pepper, chili powder, which is chili pepper, spices, salt, and garlic powder. Garlic, silicon dioxide, to prevent caking. Okay, so, and the chili powder that is in here does add some heat to your dish. So when you first start using it, use it sparingly until you get used to it. So I'm going to add a little garlic powder. My friend Tressa at Tressa's Stay-at-Home Life, y'all, she is a wonderful Cajun cook. Y'all got to go over there and check out her channel. She cooks a lot of exotic dishes, things that I wouldn't even attempt to cook. And I'll leave the link to her channel in the description. Y'all, I finally learned how to press on the link and copy and paste it. Aren't y'all proud of me? I'm such a techie. Oh, Lord, I'm losing my carrots. Okay, I'm going to add my black pepper. Now, this is Watkins, and this was, this came in a box of food, a food shipment that one of y'all sent me. But, do y'all remember the old Watkins salesman that used to come around to your house, door to door, and they would sell, I only remember the vanilla extract, but I'm sure they sold, you know, pepper and salt and everything. The company was founded in the 1800s by J.R. Watkins. Let's see. I think it's out of Minnesota. Winona, Minnesota, I believe. But anyway, he was the first merchant to offer a money-back guarantee. Did y'all know that? I think he started selling peppermint and linseed oil or something. And his little bottles, it had a line on it that was like one third of the way down. And he offered a money-back guarantee, but you could not use more. You couldn't go below that 1/3 line. You know, he would give you a chance to try it, but then he was smart enough to know that some people might try to use the whole product and then want their money back. But how did that work? I mean, in the 1800s, you didn't have a phone or any way to send. I guess you could have. They could have packaged it up some way and sent it on the Pony Express back to the company. But I reckon the salesman came around on a pretty regular basis, and you know, they would give the people who bought it, if they weren't satisfied and they didn't go below that 1/3 mark, they would give them their money back. But isn't that a brilliant thing to? When I think about these people from the 1800s that invented all of this stuff that we still use today, and they are an omni marketing company, which means that not only do they still have the people that go door to door, and they have the home parties, and they sell at trade shows and places like that, they're also in retail establishments now. So you can go into Walmart or your local grocery store and buy the Watkins products. And that's just what I love about our country, living in America, and giving people the opportunity to invent and create and to express themselves and to be productive in society. I mean, who would ever thought that a 67-year-old woman, Glenda Merle Sullivan from South Mississippi, could ever have a successful YouTube channel? I mean, this morning I noticed on Social Blade, not only is my channel trending, it's mega trending. So let's see where that leads us. But I will have to say I'm proud of myself. I hardly ever brag about myself, if ever, but I think I've done a pretty good job. But I didn't do it by myself. I only done it because of you, all of my subscribers who watch and comment every day. And I want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. So let me go stir my... Ooh, boy, it's almost just perfect. I'm just going to put the lid on it and just let it cook about 2 more minutes. And then we're going to add a can of broth, chicken broth. And, you know, this is going to give it a lot of flavor and a lot of seasoning. And that's another reason that I did not add any salt. I'm just thinking, you know, this cabbage is shredded, but I better let the onions and peppers get a little bit cooked before I put in the cabbage, because it's not going to take that shredded cabbage but a minute or 2 to cook. I'm using my pot holders that Wanda made for me. Y'all remember those? We'll butter my biscuits and flipping awesome. I'm wearing my apron to protect my $6.99 yellow shirt from Kmart. Okay. Let's go ahead and put in this package of coleslaw and let it cook a minute. Then I'm going to cook a big old pot of rice. And then I'm going to invite my precious mentee over for dinner. She called me this morning and said her car was on empty and did I have $20 she could borrow. Well, I didn't. I spent my last $2 on that coleslaw. But my YouTube money came in during the night last night. So I said, no, I don't have $20, but you can take my PayPal card and you know, take it to the over to BP and just go ahead and fill your car up. So she did that this morning. Of course, when she got back, she couldn't park. You know, it is the weekend and summer's here, so all of the tourists here are in our fabulous city, and they park on our street and then they walk the 2 blocks down to the beach. But the neighbor that lives in the apartment back over here, he had taken or had parked his car in the driveway, so she was able to go knock on his door and get him to back out and then let her pull in. But we make it work, you know. We watch out for one another and we take care of each other. So it all works out in the long run. So let's see. Oh my goodness, this cabbage smells so good. Y'all, I was talking about that Watkins black pepper and didn't put a speck of it in here. Do y'all ever do that? You get to blabbing and then you forget what you're supposed to be doing? Okay, so let's get our black pepper in here. Ooh, you know what else would be good? Would be some bay leaves. Every time I use a bay leaf, I have to give a shout out to my Cuban friend, Ruthie D. Y'all go over there and check her out. She will take you to church tomorrow. She does some filming inside her church. Just built a brand new sanctuary, and she does turn her camera on it, and y'all can hear the choir, and I think it's called a praise group. Hear them sing and give praise to our God. And that's Ruthie D. I'll link her channel too. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more Tony Chasseries. Might as well go with some more garlic powder and onion powder. Okay, let's put a little bit of my Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. This is my secret ingredient. Y'all will see Tressa using it too. She says it's her secret ingredient. That's not fair. Did you copy it from me, Tressa? Oh, you got to give a few shots of Tabasco sauce. If y'all ever go to Louisiana or down by New Orleans or there in the south part of Louisiana and you go to those plantations and tour all those old antebellum homes, be sure to go to Avery Island and see the bird sanctuary. It's amazing. I believe Mr. McElhenney was Buddhist, because there are a lot of Buddhist statues and things on the island. But oh Lord, I mean, it is a huge bird sanctuary. Okay, so I'm just going to let this cook a minute. Then I'm going to put in my chicken broth. And I'm going to put my ham bone in there. And I'll just let it cook probably about another hour. And then I'll have Madeline over here eating with me and keeping me company. She's going to try to pick the garlic out. She doesn't like garlic. But I think I'll get her used to liking it. She has come to like my gumbo and my fried chicken and dumplings and all the southern dishes that I've cooked. She has come to like them. Okay, so let me get this ended. This is getting too long, y'all. It's longer than a soap opera. It's almost 40 minutes. Ooh, I apologize. I do not mean to occupy anybody's time for that long. Okay, so I'm going to put my chicken broth in. And I'm just going to set my ham bone in there. And then just let this simmer on low. Like I said, for about another hour. And I may add some water to it. In fact, I think I'll put a can of water in it right now. Just to be on the safe side, because I'm going to go in the living room where it's nice and cold and answer some more comments. And I sure don't want my dinner to burn. But I just appreciate y'all being with me today. Let me give you one more look at it. If Madeline doesn't mind being on camera, maybe I can take a little video of her and I eating dinner tonight. But this is my sausage and onions and my ham and everything else but the kitchen sink, I reckon. But I just love y'all, and I want you to know how much I appreciate you. And if you're having a bad day, then it's still daylight outside. Get your butt up and put on some comfortable shoes and go out there and and take a little walk. It'll make you feel better. And take some deep breaths of fresh air and get a little sunshine. Vitamin D is a hormone, and it will sure improve your mood. But I love you. Please give me a thumbs up and share. And if you're just passing through, please subscribe. I would love to have you become a part of my YouTube family. And y'all just keep on coming back.